Veggie bread, your dairy-ish.
Through 2022, we really saw a decrease in the number of people coming in for food assistance. Numbers were coming down, the economy seemed to be improving, but that's not what we experienced in 2023.
We're seeing over 350 households every single week, and that's a big increase over the last year or two.
Through the middle of the year, coming through about July, we started seeing steady increases month after month after month. So now we're actually ahead of the numbers that we saw during the height of the pandemic, which is really troubling when you consider what the needs are within the community.
Yes, it's a real situation. When you have families who, during the COVID situation were receiving so much additional help. They're receiving so much additional support, and then all of a sudden it just stops. Save Our Children is a nonprofit after-school and summer program that started over 40 years ago. On a yearly average, we serve over 200 to 250 unduplicated youth each year. We're an after-school and summer program focused on the improvement of literacy and implementation of leadership skills among the at-risk youth of the children that we serve. We pick kids up from school each and every day, bring them in, hot meal after hot meal, homework after homework, programming after programming, get a little bit of downtime, and then we transport about 85% of our kids home.
We serve anybody who lives at 200% of poverty or less, or just presents the need. We figure if they come here hungry. That said, a huge majority of people in Lorain County live at 200% of poverty or less. So therefore, as word gets out that there are resources for food, as prices go up in the stores, we're seeing more and more people coming to us recognizing they just can't quite make ends meet on their own.
Second Harvest is champion around here. And that's like the line I've been saying since I really got into the nuts and bolts of what that relationship entails. It's amazing, to be able to feed, over 150 people each day, because when you think about it, you're like, okay, I'm cooking for students at the same time. We have over 25 staff members here as well. We don't cap the food, so when kids are hungry and they eat until your stomach is full, because I don't know what the situation is at home. So to be able to provide those meals and substitute for what a child may not be receiving at home is a blessing in its own.
So Primary Purpose is a nonprofit that opened its doors in November of 2016. And what we do is provide structured recovery housing for men and women that are going through alcohol and substance abuse. We have a full-time cook that we provide 3 dedicated meals a day plus snacks. We provide their bedding, their hygiene, clothing if they need it, washers and dryers, everything that a man or woman might need that's trying to change their life and go through this path of recovery. We're cooking hot meals with meat and carbs and fruit and all of those things we get from Second Harvest.
The work that Second Harvest does is really based on partnerships, and it always has been. So it's partnerships with our donors, like the Community Foundation. It's partnerships with all of the programs who are out in the community doing the work. So it's Oberlin Community Services and Save Our Children and Primary Purpose. We work with food pantries and soup kitchens and hot meal programs.
And I was blessed to be on the board of Oberlin Community Services, one of the partner charities that really has benefited from Second Harvest over the years. And so seeing the need across our community, but also seeing the work that Second Harvest has done, bringing together partner charities, looking at food deserts within our community, who knew that we would have excess capacity in one community and not enough in another? And so thanks to Second Harvest, thanks to the donors who have supported strategic planning at both organizations, we've really been able to align the resources with the needs in the community.
The Community Foundation is one of our major funders as well. The role that they play in the community, is the connector. The partnerships that they form with organizations outside of Lorain County and try to bring those services in to help benefit the nonprofit partners that they have. It's an amazing thing.
Community Foundation allows us to do our mission-driven work. They're the lungs and we're the muscle, and being a strong support for the work we do.
It's wonderful to have the Community Foundation and Cindy as our honorary chair this year because of the similarities in the work that we do. the programs that they fund are also the programs that are funded through Harvest for Hunger. So together, we're lifting up these programs and we're allowing them to fulfill their missions in the community.
I have to tell you, I'm so excited to be working with Second Harvest and to be chair of the Harvest for Hunger campaign. If there's one thing I have learned, it does take a village. And thanks to the folks at Second Harvest, raising those dollars is so significant, and the impact it will immediately have across our communities.
The dollars that go into this campaign help support communities such as Elyria and Lorain County, all over Lorain County.
Please support Second Harvest and the Harvest for Hunger program, because if it was not for programs like that, we would not be able to do what we do today. All of those things are directly tied to Second Harvest and Harvest for Hunger, and because of their support, we're able to do what we do.
And through Harvest for Hunger, we're able to connect communities. It's an opportunity for us all to come together in support of an entity that supports so many other organizations within our community.
Please support Harvest for Hunger. It's needed now more than ever.